I'm Harlan Frank from Harlan Frank The Houseplants. With me right now, we have Dion Fletcher, who mixed EP number 1, The Voyage. We're going to talk about the EP and cool things behind it. It was mainly done on our own. It was all recorded at my house, and we done everything ourselves, and then came to mixing it, and it was like, oh, I can't do this, I really can't mix this. And I was just looking for people, and then we played a gig at the studio, and happened upon this wonderful lad.
I kind of just approached you this really.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, I'll do you a mix for free of one of your songs. I sort of just, I acknowledged it, but I just shrugged it off. I just forgot to send the song over. And then I was like, oh, I should probably send him that song because it's a free mix, and I would be stupid not to pass up on this. And then he didn't. I was like, well, this is incredible. And I was like, right, you're doing the full EP. Yeah. And then we got full EPs done, and it sounded amazing. Well done. I don't think like as a full project, like it has one sort of symbol or purpose behind it. The songs, if you're going to look at them in a group, are more just a collective of what sounds similar. Like we could have picked any amount of songs for this EP, and we thought, this sounds summery, this sounds bright, it's going to be summer, so everyone's going to be warm and listen to summery songs. Let's put some summery songs out. The songs do have sort of like individual meanings behind them all, as I guess any song does. Top 3 songs in terms of meaning, like Watch Mojo. You're listening to Watch Mojo. The first song on the EP is called The River, and it's really cool, and I really like it. It's probably my favourite song. I don't know what it is.
Mine's Bridge Out of Town.
Oh, well, that's not on my top 3. Oh. It's like a drunken stumble. So the song starts off with this really weird like ramp up, and then it's just sort of like stumbling through all the words. And then when you get to the outro, it's like it's got these really like happy trumpets that come in, but like the song just slowly. So the chord progression is syncopated, which means that it's just coming in off. So it's like it's slowly getting worse and worse, and then the chords just stop altogether. It just sits on one chord, and then it just goes wow. It's like, I imagine it in my head, it's like a drunken stumble home, and he's just got through the door and he's landed on his feet. Another one of my favourites is Mrs. Allison, which I was listening to a lot of Paul McCartney at the time, and it's like piano fun little thing, and it just means nothing whatsoever. It's just a bunch of words that rhyme put back together, which is just a song.
It's cool,
but it just is. And then my final favourite one is Little Ship, which is, it actually does have a deep meaning. It's about escapism. But if you look at the words, it's about escapism and getting away from bad circumstance. It's really smart. With me being the recording engineer, and with environment being very unprofessional, we're not paying to be there, we're not on nobody's time. It would sometimes take hours to get takes down because we're just too busy goofing about. Apart from Karis, the lead guitarist. So we'd go in, we'd record the song, we'd put the bass, the drums down, she'd just be sat in the corner waiting for her turn, like, right, your turn. She'd come in and just do it in like 2 takes. And like, you even watched it first time.
I came down, I think the first bit of Jolly Little Thing we was recording, me and Fletcher and Harvey were having several games of cards while waiting just for the song to get through. In the tree, we had Karis to step up, and she nailed the lead guitar in like 1 or 2 turns, and then did the synth, and then.
I know, it was crazy. She just did it all in one go.
Crazy.
The second song on the EP, Bridge Out of Town, which is his favourite, and the majority of the band's favourite, I believe, was not going to be on the EP. It's the one that's been around the longest. It was written about like 2 years ago. We kept playing it live or at rehearsals, and we were like, right, it sounds decent, but it doesn't really sound that good. And then we recorded it, and I was like, I just don't know if it's going to go on the EP because it sounds kind of poopy at the moment. But we recorded just in case we wanted to keep it. And I put it all together. I was thinking, this isn't going to go on this EP. And I threw it at him. And he was like, he went, and it came out amazing. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. We'll keep that.
I love the full progression. I think I thought it kind of links to Little Ship in that like escapism vibe.
I don't know.
I don't know. I always picture it being like a very sunset summery song. I think it links to escapism in that form of way, but I always picture like even like an early 2000s coming of age kind of thing. I don't know why.
Like teen drama.
Yeah, a little bit, but like the happy sunset ending.
We had numerous discussions because the way I like to write is I don't like album tracks. I really hate the concept of like, oh, a band has cobbled together some scraps and put everything together, and there's like track 4 and track 9 are just stinkers that you want to skip. So I like every song to be like a single and have the potential to be a single. If you write a song to be a single and then you do a single cover on it and show the band the single cover, going, oh, that's the single. I done single covers for every song that's on the EP, and then showed them all and was like, right, which one do you want to be a single? We had to debate between The River and Bridge Out of Town, and I got outvoted. which I'm not angry about. It's alright. That's all I have to remember. Everyone's inspirations now. I really like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I think they are the best band about right now. I just love how they switch genres so much. I feel like if you're writing in the same genre every time you go to write, there's only so many times you can write the song that you're gonna write. And just having like an open mind about genres. Like the entire EP, I would say, is indie.
Indie's a very broad.
It's a very broad spectrum,
broad spectrum,
and it does just mean independent, which I think makes no sense.
It,
but you sort of go from like blues rock to just like pure indie slot.
Which one's
and
indie
you got
slot?
Bridge Out of Town, Esque with Miss Salsa. You go sort of like darker indie, and it goes darker, and then you got like funk indie. Nathan, the drummer, really likes prog, and he didn't quite get his chance to show how much he likes prog.
He's getting there though.
There's a lot of prog. There's a lot of prog being, not a lot of prog, but there's some prog being written. In terms of compared to Zero and now, there's a lot more prog being written. Fletcher, God rest his soul, is no longer with us in the band. He absolutely loves Beach Boys and really melodic bass lines. So the bass is really cool throughout the EP. And Karis is just amazing. Karis is just weird. This isn't me like putting Karis above anyone else. But like she thinks she's really bad at guitar. Me, I ask her how a gig goes and she goes, "Ah, it was terrible." But her guitar work is really cool. And Erin, who only joined like halfway through the recording of the EP, has just came in, and she hasn't had the chance to shine or write lyrics. She sort of just put melodies over it and took lead vocals where it is, but she's like enhanced it. So there's so many different wonderful little influences. She absolutely loves like Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks, no matter how much I despise that. Like, she's had such a nice touch, like a little sprinkle afterwards, the cherry on top.
I think that's where you get the mix of genres through the album, because everyone's coming from different backgrounds, so they're going to naturally blend together, but they blended really well.
So basically, a few weeks ago, I was sat chilling and I realised I really like EDM and house music. I'm not hugely into it, and nor would I ever go to a rave, but I really like that sort of music. So this is a house remix. It is very badly mixed and recorded, but this is a house remix of a little ship that I done like a few weeks ago across like the space like a few hours. And it's like, just wait until you hear.
I've not heard this.
Yeah. Yeah. And I got like the samples.
No way.
Just wait till it kicks off, man. It's cool.
I'm waiting. That's pretty good.
So, I recorded that a few weeks ago, and it isn't the best.
That's sick.
But I just thought it was really cool. I really wanted to do like an alternate version of the EP, of which I've given up on now. But there was a little ship house remix out
Do all
there.
of the singles.
Yeah, and it's really fun. It's really awesome. It's really bouncy. And I sampled Erin, and I'd like put a message in our group chat at like 1 a.m, saying, I've Alvin and the Chipmunk job vocals for a little ship remix. I hope you don't mind. It sounds pretty great. So a little behind the scenes. About last July, we recorded the first single off the EP, Joy Little Thing, with a man called Billy Mitchell, and he's really awesome. He did an amazing job. It wasn't quite our sound, but it was very radio friendly and it was very cool. But there is a new Joy Little Thing to come out, which I'll play very briefly. It has a really cool outro on it, which this amazing man had mixed. And it's got this really cool little big outro. And it's really jammy. And that wasn't in the old version of the song, but it is now, and it's really cool. And that's thanks to this man right here. We were like on the edge about recording it. He was just finishing up one of the last mixes of the first 4 songs that I sent you. And I was like, right, if we put the EP together, we're gonna have 4 Dion mixes, one of my mixes, which was Mrs. Allison, and then one of Billy Mitchell's mixes, which is just gonna go like it's just gonna go like all over the place. I was like, the old Joy Little Thing's really good, but I'd need the EP to be all on one level. The first most challenging part was me mixing them. I was going abroad on a nice little holiday at the end of August last year for my birthday, and I was trying to mix Fireside on my computer because it was the second song we recorded for the EP, and I spent like the entire flight there trying to mix it. And I was like, this sounds terrible, man. This sounds atrocious. And yet we persevered and we recorded 3 more songs for the EP. And I tried to mix them. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I need to find someone to do this for me. The hardest thing for me, and probably for the production of the whole project, was the step of trying to get me to put down the mixing. I don't know about you. I don't know how hard mixing the songs was.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty sick. I don't know, it's just like the perfectionism as well. Like, because as mixing, we added like extra little bits, like some little synths, like little sprinkles, because that was on the top.
I like the sprinkles.
Oh, the sprinkles are sick. And it was quite scary for me as well, because it's my first flying back home.
You're accountable.
So, yeah, I'm accountable. If it all goes wrong, it's my fault.
If the mixes were bad, you'd be accountable for
it. Exactly. But it's introduced me into the scene as I came back home, I suppose. So it was just really enjoyable. So I'm not really. Yeah, it's just all on me. It's really scary bit.
3rd of July, it's going to be the EP launch gig. We're going to play all the songs. We're going to play all the transitions. We work very hard on transitions. They're not in the songs like as we play them now. They're just like an extra minute at the end of each song that flows into the next song. And it's really cool, and we work really hard on it. And we've been working really hard at practice. I don't know why I pointed at you haven't been there. So make sure these transitions go smoothly. And it's going to be really awesome. We've got some cool synth parts. I get to have like a little piano minute. And we're going to play Mrs. Allison there, which we don't play live because the piano is like that big and it doesn't fit in my car. I'm playing a festival in Sunderland the day after. It's free entry. It's going to be really cool. 4th of July. Kendall Calling. We're playing Kendall Calling. We're playing the Roots stage in Kendall Calling, thanks to Generator, which is going to be awesome. We're playing on the Saturday. The second EP is like 90% recorded. I'm just being really arsey about the parts. In September, me and the lead guitarist, Karis Stoker, are off to Spain, to La Sierra Casa songwriting camp. It's really cool. It's very awesome. I have a lot of friends there. They're really awesome. We're going to have a writing session with Gaz Coombs from Supergrass, which is awesome because I love Supergrass. I think Road to Ruin's a really good album.
I bought that on CD the day.
Yeah.
I found it on the cool shop.
It's awesome. It's awesome and we can't wait for that. Bye-bye.
Bye.